Thank you for coming today for the groundbreaking of the beautiful Veterans Memorial Garden. Today we will have our esteemed mayor, Tom Roach, and our lovely Senator Mayor, who's been very supportive of the city of White Plains, and we're very thankful to her for all she has done for us. So, Mayor?
All right, good morning, everyone. I want to start out by noting that I'm joined by two of our council members, Vicky Presser and Jen Puja. And yes, and council was fully in support of this project. After World War I, the veterans were asked, what would you like to see as a memorial to your service? And if you have a few minutes before you leave, if you go up to the second floor, you will see photos of nearly every soldier who gave their life for our country in World War I up there. Many years ago, they were found in an attic, and they've been posted ever since. And when the veterans who gave their service, their names are in our inside, they said they wanted a city hall, a grand city hall, a municipal building. And so this is our memorial to veterans. The lobby area has memorialization for every war where we lost someone, and depending on the war, it's either everyone who went or everyone who gave their lives. So we thought if we wanted to do something outside, we were looking at different options, and we thought this would be a great place to have a remembrance garden, a veterans garden, and this is where the other part of the story comes in. So the Daughters of the American Revolution in 1915 donated a deck gun, which is from the USS Maine, which was famously sunk in Havana Harbor, and we don't need to go into a lecture about remember the Maine, and it was donated in commemoration of the Battle of White Plains, the anniversary of the Battle of White Plains, and so we've been trying to figure out what to do with it. It's been in Battle Hill for a long time, but issues with vandalism. The Revolutionary War cannon that is on the Bronx River Parkway was stolen, and so there became concern about vandalism, about kids also just thinking it was a piece of playground equipment and getting hurt and things like that. So it's been stored in a protected area at our Gedney yard, and we thought, let's incorporate that into this memorial. So that is going to be part of the memorial. We're also going to have plaques for every branch of the service: Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Merchant Marine, Coast Guard, and Space Force. And I was going to have everyone raise their hand, but if there's anyone here from Space Force, I'll just leave right now and just say, wow, what are the odds? Because that's brand new, as you know. But I will ask. I know we have a number of veterans here. So Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. Okay, well, Coast Guard?
Yeah.
Anyone else a veteran? Okay. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for your service. This is intended to be something that will be a tranquil place where people can sit and relax and think about what veterans have done to make this country what it is. And everything that we enjoy every day is the result of them being willing to put their lives on the line. We also feel this will be a safer place for the deck gun, because it's more, it's just all in all, we just think this was the right site for it. And we just to be transparent, we are having supply chain issues with some of the components. It is likely this will actually be constructed in the spring. We were hoping to get it done before the winter, but it's looking like it's going to be a post-winter project now. But we are moving forward. I want to take this opportunity to recognize, we have Ron Tochi here, who has been representing veterans in this county for a long time and always looking out for them. Dan Griffin from the American Legion. We actually got to talk some Legion business before we even started the event. And we have Commissioner Chong is here, our Public Safety Commissioner, Deputy Commissioner John Rowland, Commissioner Stefania Mignon of our DPW department, she's worked very hard on this, and deputy commissioner was here, but the two of them have worked really hard on this project, and our commissioner of parks, Wayne Bass. Fran Jones from the White Plains branch of the DAR, and George, a veteran and a trustee of the White Plains Historical Society. Stephen Wallfish, representing the Jewish War Veterans of the USA, and I think I got everybody there. But literally, we can introduce everyone here. I think I just did, actually, because we're going to have another event when we actually, dedicate the memorial. But we wanted everyone to know that it is coming, that we're ready to go, and we wanted a moment to be able to thank our senator, Shelley Mayer. Although she doesn't live in White Plains now, lived in White Plains for a long time, and has never lost her affection for the city or the people of this city. And it comes out in the way she does her job and the way we interact. I have to say how much I value our friendship and our ability to just see each other at an event, talk for 3 minutes, and solve a problem. Anytime, not always solve a problem, or vent about a problem. But we see each other a lot, and her office is so available to us when we need help. And so when this project, when we were trying to get it off the ground, we were looking for funding and having some difficulty, and then Senator Mayer stepped up and made it happen. So with that, I'm going to give you our wonderful Senator, Shelley Mayer.
Thank you, Mayor Roach. Thank you, Mayor Roach, and thank you to everyone who's here. Thank you to the White Plains City Council for your strong support of this, the mayor for his support, everyone else, but particular thank you today to the veterans and the DAR who are here. This is really a project of love of many places. So I met with the mayor early on, and I've been privileged to represent a portion of the city of White Plains. And I said, what is a project where I can donate some capital, your money, besides not my money, taxpayers' money, for a project that really has value. And I'm really thrilled that we're going to have this outdoor veterans memorial to all veterans of all wars, as Ron Tochi raised before, because I know I'm the chair of the Senate Education Committee. Our young people do not know the nature of the sacrifice many of our veterans have made, not only those that lost their lives, but those whose lives were transformed by service to this country. And what a sacrifice it was. You didn't mention, my father was U.S. Army Air Corps. That was before they made the Air Force. And in World War II, Korean theater, I think it was called. And I learned every song of every branch of the military. I held in high regard the fact that these men and women of many wars put their lives on the line in places that were far away. Not always for something they could put their finger on exactly what it was, except defending our country and standing up for our country. And so I'm glad we're going to have an outdoor space, a space that young people particularly, as well as our vets, can come and acknowledge this moment and this sacrifice and be reminded this is real. This is not like made up in a history book. There's real people here who gave so much. And so I'm very happy that I was able to contribute. It's not a big deal to put $62,000 of the state's money in making this happen, but it's a real statement of this community that this has value, and this has value. And so I'm very pleased to be doing this. I've done a number of veterans projects recently because I'm concerned that there's lack of knowledge and lack of intention about the sacrifices of our veterans community. So the idea we're going to have this living memorial, thank you to this contribution that's going to be out here. We're going to have the designation of all the branches of the armed services. And in this lovely garden, I do intend to go inside and make sure we recognize what's inside, the names of those from this community. But it's really an honor to be here and to represent this community. And yes, I got a soft spot in my heart for White Plains, 20 Bursley Place for many years. It's a fantastic city. You have much to be proud of, and I'm proud to represent you. So with that, I think, is there anything further you want, Mayor, from me?
No.
We're going to shovel some dirt.
Yeah.
We're going to think the supply chain is not really a problem, and we're going to act as if we're going to start right away, right? So,
And I just want to note that as we were standing here, I'm of course reminded this bench was dedicated for Bob Greer, former council member and veteran.
yes.
So I'm sure that Bob is smiling today that we're all here. And to echo what Shelley said, my boys sometimes would talk to me about your generation, that generation, our generation, and the different traits. And I said to them, the biggest difference between your generation and my generation is that I knew a ton of veterans. Everybody's father was a veteran. It was which branch of the military. And now kids, they don't have the same contact. So I think it is important for them to meet veterans, to see this, to reflect upon the service that they've given our country. And
Yes.
so,
This will be a chance to do that.
yeah, so
Come forward.
let's go.